So I just had an experience that I think would be beneficial to share um, concerning people giving you cursed money or buying something from you with cursed money. I've heard of this before, and I know this to be true. I don't really interact with too many people anymore since I moved far away from the band of lunatic narcissists that were trying to take me out. Well, are, but anyways, but today, I've been selling things on Facebook Marketplace to clear out, the space, so to get ready to move. And I had somebody coming over to get some stuff, and so the lady comes to buy the tools. They were like gardening tools, and I didn't get any weird vibes off of her. Like with some people, you just get like a feeling like, I don't know, like I feel icky after I deal with them. I didn't get anything like that, but The she was Asian. I have, these Vietnamese, neighbors that are definitely into the occult. They definitely are always putting stuff in the yard and attacking me and my home, and, like, don't even get me started on that. Nothing nothing against that's just what nationality we are, okay? So but I didn't really think about that at first until one of the first things she said was, "Oh, I live right over here," and I was like, right next door here, like, thinking, "Oh, red flag, red flag." And then she kinda like, "Oh, no," and she points, like, to the back. So in the back, there's, like, this weird, like, I don't know, some tent thing. I've never actually seen it, like, in full view. It's on the other side of the fence, but I always got a weird vibe from there. It's just like, there's weird shit going on over there. Let's just put it like that. Okay, and then she kind of was trying to make it sound after that, like, it was the apartments behind that, and I was just like, "Okay," whatever. And so something, obviously was I was getting a nudge. I was like, "Okay, that's weird. Something's weird about this." But, I wasn't getting a weird vibe off her. She seemed very nice. She seemed sweet and, genuine, and like there was nothing wrong with her, but my intuition was like, no. So anyways, so she bought the tools from me. She gives me the money, and something tells me that this money has been cursed or something to that effect. And of course I try and like logic it out, like, "No, no, you're probably just being no, no." I have to stop logicking. I don't even know if that's the wrong word to say. I have to stop trying to use logic to explain my intuitive nudges, is what I should say. Because that is an issue. I think it's been my main problem and probably a lot of people's main problem because we get gaslit out of believing our intuition. We get told that we're crazy, we're making things up, we're imagining things, and then, later on down the road, it turns out that we were not doing any of those things. We were actually 100% accurate, or at least 90% accurate on our nudges, our feelings, our hypotheses, whatever you want to call it. So after that happens a gajillion times, and you find out how many times you were right and how many times you were lied to and gaslit into believing that you were wrong, even though you were right, it kind of makes you be like, so am I ever wrong? Obviously we have to balance that out. That's why it's important to stay humble, and, you know, talk with God. But yeah, so I kept getting this feeling, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pray over it just in case. So, I have ChatGPT write me a prayer for curse items and money whenever I say it. But, I didn't really feel, I don't know, I didn't feel like that really did a whole lot, to be honest. I was getting like I had it in the car with me, and I was trying to record a video, and I was like tripping over my words at first, and then I said another like prayer, a different kind of prayer, and I felt a little better after that, and then I recorded a video, and it was good. It was like, it was a good video, and I saved it to my phone, and I also posted it on to my TikTok, um, where only I could view it. So I would have both of them. When I tell you that it did not show up to neither, I am not joking. It's not in my photos. It's not in my TikTok anywhere. It's not in my drafts. It is nowhere. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay. And that's just like one example. Like I was off sync, like with my speaking, with my acting, like your whole day will all of a sudden fly by and you have done nothing. You feel like you've walked in circles all day, even though you've been trying to be productive. That is a curse. That's a witchcraft attack. My head's tingling. So, anyways, I was very certain that this money was now cursed, but now I have it in my possession to, what I to do about it. So, unfortunately, my best idea was go spend it, and I don't mean that in like you know, a negative, way. Well, I don't know. Anyways, I felt like I needed to get rid of it as fast as possible. So how do you do that? You spend it. So I went into, I went to a gas station and I got gas, and, you know, of course, I kind of feel bad that I now made it somebody else's problem, but, I'm not in to a position where I can just throw money away. I mean, I don't really know what the best option would be in that situation besides that. That's what I felt like I should do. That's what I did, and I feel better. Like, as soon as I got this out of the car and I spent it, I now feel better, at least partially, and I did not touch it as much as possible. I had a glove that I touched it with, and then I wrapped a glove around it when I was, like, transferring it to, my vehicle, and then I had other money wrapped around it when I was spending it. So, if you think that you have some kind of cursed money, you're experiencing something like this, or a cursed item, period, do not touch it with your bare hands. Um, and if it's not money, you wanna, like, burn it, safely, or bury it somewhere away from your home, preferably. Depending on what the item is, take it as it resonates and, case by case basis. But basically, this happens. This is real. People can give you money and it can be cursed, and you will not know what the hell is going on, and you will think that you're the problem. Like, I don't know why I can't get my mind right. I don't know why I just can't do this. And then you start beating yourself up, and then that's an open door. You get these spirits that just latch on. So the more negative you get, the lower you vibrate, the more they are able to affect you, and you just get like, it just snowballs from there. And it is a freaking nightmare, and it's very hard to detect, and it's very hard to even discern within yourself if you don't know what you're looking for. You will think that you are the problem. You will think you are going crazy, that something is wrong with you. You need to fix it. No, no, it's not. You have been cursed. And it is absolutely crazy that I went so long in life experiencing stuff like this and not realizing what it was. And that is not an accident. People hide this knowledge. A lot of people. Okay. This is real. You can receive cursed items. People do it all the time. So much more than you think. Food, especially, but money, okay, is a big one, because we don't think about that. We don't think about how, we need money. People buy things from us all the time. They hand us cash. It's no big deal. And it doesn't even have to be cash for it to be cursed, okay? But obviously, an item that they touch and they can do stuff to, and then you touch, would be the most powerful. So I just wanted to share this in case somebody else needed to hear this. So, to validate their experience, because a lot of times with stuff like this, we feel like we're crazy. But the reality is there are so many other people that are going through the same exact thing. And we just are not in contact with each other, unfortunately. But hopefully that will begin to change. So that's all I got for you. I hope somebody got something good out of this. I hope it made sense. I feel like I was all over the place. But God loves you. I love you. Stay prayed up. And y'all have a good day.